There is a kind of tiredness that is very hard to explain. It is not the kind that comes from lack of sleep. It is not the kind that comes from failing to finish your work. You still wake up on time, show up at the office, open your laptop, speak politely in meetings, follow up, and send reports before the deadline. But around mid-afternoon, it feels like your mind goes silent. You stare at the screen and cannot process a single email. You open a document and forget what you were about to do. And in that moment, you begin to doubt yourself. Maybe I'm lazy. Maybe I'm weak. Maybe I've lost my motivation. The truth is, many people working in the US feel exactly this way, but cannot name it. You are not lazy. You are mentally overstimulated. You have been overstimulated for too long in an environment designed to pull your attention away from you, minute by minute. One strange thing about corporate life is this. It does not drain you with heavy tasks. It drains you with small ones. A Slack notification. A quick question that is not quick at all. A meeting moved 15 minutes earlier. An email whose tone you have to analyze carefully, because one wrong word might make you seem uncooperative. A request written like a suggestion, but everyone knows it is an order. The exhaustion is not in the content. It is in the constant mode switching your brain must do. From focus to response, from deep thinking to quick replies, from expertise to office politics, from working to self-regulating. You may not realize it, but your day is not just work. It is a chain of reactions, and every reaction costs a little energy. Not enough to knock you down, but enough to slowly empty you. There is a very practical psychological insight. The brain hates constant context switching. Every time you are writing something, then jump into a meeting, then return to the document, then get pinged again, your brain has to reload its state. It is like opening too many tabs. You do not see smoke, but the machine overheats. By 3 p.m., you have not lost discipline. You have simply run out of bandwidth. In American workplace culture, people rarely say, "I'm overloaded," because you know the cost. If you respond slowly, you fear being seen as unproactive. If you say you are tired, you fear being seen as incompetent. If you show irritation, you fear damaging the atmosphere, your reputation, your opportunities. So you choose the safest option. You control your emotions. You speak gently. You smile lightly. You write emails so politely they feel cold. You swallow the words you want to say. You keep yourself fine, and you do it so well that even you start to believe you are fine, until your body starts answering for you. Loss of focus, mild headaches, shallow sleep, irritability over small things, not wanting to talk after work. Not because you do not love life, but because you have used up your energy maintaining an image. There is an invisible job inside corporate life: emotional calibration. You must keep your emotional temperature just right. Not too cold, or you are difficult. Not too warm, or you are not serious. Not too direct, or you are aggressive. Not too soft, or you are weak. You are not just working, you are performing an acceptable version of yourself every day. And because it is not written in your job description, you do not count it. You just feel tired, and then blame yourself. Let me tell you a familiar scene. A man named Mark, 38, a project manager. He is not lacking motivation. He is responsible. He is capable. In the morning, Mark walks into the office, opens his laptop, and simultaneously opens 5 things. Email, Slack, calendar, project files, KPI dashboard. He feels on top of things. Every message gets an immediate reply. Every ping gets his attention. Every issue, he jumps in. By the end of the day, he feels like he has done a lot. But strangely, nothing feels fully finished in his mind. At night, he replays conversations, words, things he has not answered yet, things that might be misunderstood. He sleeps, but his brain keeps running, and the next morning, he wakes up as if he never truly rested. On the same team, there is Rachel, 41. Rachel does not work less than Mark, but the way she works creates a difference you cannot easily see. She does not let everything touch her immediately. She has blocks of time where she does one thing only without opening Slack. When she must respond, she does not respond from a pulled state. She pauses, just one beat, long enough to ask herself, am I reacting because this matters, or because I'm afraid? And strangely, that single pause makes her less tired. Not because she is more talented, but because she is less yanked around. Mark works fast. Rachel works contained. From the outside, it looks like style. From the inside, it is survival. Here is a slightly cold but accurate social observation. Modern workplaces reward speed of response, but your body pays the price for that speed. You may win the day, but lose the week. You may protect your image, but lose your vitality. And here's the common misunderstanding. Many people call this lack of motivation. In reality, motivation has not disappeared. It has been buried under noise. You do not lack willpower, you lack mental quiet. Mental exhaustion rarely comes from tasks being too hard. It comes from too many demands to switch states, too many demands to react, and reaction is expensive. Because every time you are pulled into urgent mode, your nervous system senses danger. It tightens you a little, then releases, then tightens again, all day. No one sees it, but you feel it in your chest, in your shoulders, in your breath. To work calmer does not mean slowing down to appear serene. It means keeping the right to choose your response, not letting a notification decide your heartbeat, not letting an ASAP decide your dignity, not letting someone else's urgency become your operating system. If you want to try one small, practical shift without turning it into self-help language, start here. When you feel pulled, do not ask, "Am I lazy?" Ask a different question. What is overstimulating me right now? Is it the notification, fear of missing out, fear of being judged, the habit of proving yourself? Just name it. Naming it is the first step of emotional control. Not to suppress it, but to wake up. Then do something very small, but very powerful in a corporate environment. Narrow your world. Close everything except one task. Give yourself 20 to 30 minutes. No pings, no replies, no just checking in. Not because you are irresponsible, but because you are protecting the source of real value, attention. When something pulls you, you do not need to fight it by tensing up. You simply return to one question. What is the calm move for my energy? Not the calm move to look professional. Not the calm move to be praised. The calm move for your energy. Sometimes it is replying a little later. Sometimes it is saying, "Let's discuss after the meeting," instead of answering in chat immediately. Sometimes it is writing a short, clear sentence without over-explaining. Sometimes it is pausing one beat before saying yes. Because many yeses at work are not true agreement. They are reflex, and reflex is where overstimulation lives. You do not need to become emotionally numb to survive corporate life. You just need to be pulled less often, react less unconsciously, stop living as if everything is an alarm. You are still someone with standards, still competent, still reliable. But you are no longer paying with your nervous system. You begin to see something simple that can change an entire day. The less fragmented you are, the less tired you feel. The fewer automatic reactions, the more power you have. Not power over others, power to keep yourself. Work calmer, not to do less. But so that when you leave the office, you still have enough of yourself left to live that evening. And if lately you have been calling yourself lazy, maybe it is time to rename it. You are not lazy. You are overstimulated. And the good news is, this is not a personality flaw. It is a skill. The skill of choosing your response. The skill of protecting your attention. The skill of working calmly in a world designed to rush you. A steady person does not succeed because they are more talented. They succeed because they do not let emotions steal their clarity. Thank you for taking the time to listen and for allowing me to be with you for these few minutes. Rest well. Tomorrow is a new day. I wish you peace and happiness.